Hey guys, how are you? It's your girl Miranda. Welcome back to the Miranda Zone. So, I have a really funny story to tell you. It's actually a spooky story that really freaked me out. Of course, I'm not freaked out anymore about it because it's done, it's over. But now I just find it really, really funny. And forgive me if I sound really weird today. My sinuses are driving me crazy. Alright, so let me get to the story. So, my mom and I took the dogs to the park yesterday. We get there, we're walking around when we get there, and then all of a sudden, this dude, this old long gray haired man, he had hair about shoulder length, I guess, probably about right here. So, this long gray haired man walks up to us because he notices Lola and Asher. And he's like, "Oh, those are pretty dogs you have." And we're like, "Thank you," all that stuff. And he introduced himself. And we introduced ourselves to him because I honestly thought he was going to be like, "Oh, you have pretty dogs," and then, walk off kind of thing. Because that's what a normal person would do. They would say, "Oh," they like this about you, and then walk off, be friendly kind of thing. Well, this situation didn't turn out to be anything like that. This just got very, very weird. So he's like, "Oh, I like your dogs," and blah, 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 blah. We're like, "Thank you," and all this stuff. He started talking about God, about he's a pastor in that park. And then he got to be talking about his dogs. He said, this dude was whack. He said he had 18 dogs. It could have been 19. But I'm for sure he said 18. But he said he owned 18 dogs. And he said he owned a farm, like this big, gigantic farm. And he said, like I said, he said he was a pastor in the park that we were at. And then he said he was a healing evangelist, in that this is what all he told us. He sounded really, really freaky. He said he knew when every single person on earth was gonna die. He said he knew when every single person was gonna die. He said, "Don't ask me to tell you when you're gonna die, because God won't allow me to." That freaked me out. I was like, "Okay, you are a spooky pooky. I've got to get away from you." So, and then he talked about he was a comedian, and He was a cross-dresser, and he talked about how his daughter dated this man that he didn't like. So he said he split this boy's jeans right down the middle of his low area. I'm a polite lady. I'm not gonna get nasty with that. I am totally polite. I will just say that he said that he split this boy's pants down in the middle. And then he said that his daughter told her boyfriend, she said, I told you my dad was a black belt and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he ended up freaking the boy out, and the boy went away. He just, I guess, ran off or whatever. But anyway, he said he was an artist, and I mean a painting artist, not like a singer or a rapper artist. I mean an artist that paints and does arts and crafts and all that stuff. So he said he was that. And let's see, what else did he say? He was a cross-dresser, a pastor, a comedian. Just a whole majority of stuff. And he just made me feel really, really uncomfortable. I wanted to report this dude, but Mom didn't think that we should. He either is not right in the head or something about him. It's just not there upstairs somehow. So then, we got to talking about dogs. He said his female dog had so many dogs. He said he opened his male dog's mouth up and said, if you do that to her again, I'm not gonna say what he said, because it was very disrespectful, and it was just not something I'm gonna repeat. It's just not me. But he said, he basically said, if you ever get so-and-so, whatever the female dog's name was, he said something like, I will cut his low area off, or whatever. And I just kind of looked at him like, what? Are you kidding me? Right after that is when he started telling us what all he does. He's like, he's a pastor, he's a comedian, he's a healing evangelist, and he's a black belt in karate or whatever it is he does or whatever. I didn't believe half the crap he told us, actually. He just seemed like he was really, really off his rocker. And he just made me so uncomfortable. I tried my best to get away from him. Because as soon as he said, I know when every single person on earth is going to die, I turned around. Of course, we had the dogs, and I made that as an excuse. But it freaked me out when he said, I know when every single person's going to die. I turned around and he noticed it, and he said, look at her. She's fixing to leave right now. I'm scaring her now. And I said, no, I'm just watching the dogs. That's all. But I'm thinking, and I didn't say this out loud, but I'm thinking, you are an insane psycho freak that needs to be in a padded room in one of those psycho asylum things or whatever. You need the white coats to come and get you. you need to be you need to be in a straight jacket. But he freaked me out so bad. My mom is a painter, and she was telling him that. She showed him some of her paintings, and he's like, well, y'all need to come to my farm, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know you. I, the way you're acting, I don't want to know you. He's like, y'all need to come to my studio, and we can paint and this and that. And I told Mom right after we left, I said, I don't feel comfortable with that man. I do not want to see him ever again. I said, it is not a good idea to go to his ranch, to his so-called ranch, and paint with him because, number one, even though we met him face to face, we still do not know everything about him. He could have killed. I'm not saying he did, because I don't know the man. I don't know him. I don't know anything about him, except for the things that he told us, which I think was a bunch of bull. I think was a bunch of freaking malarkey. But anyway, he could have killed 17 people and either got to jail and got psycho by being in jail, or got away with it and just became psycho before he did kill somebody. I'm not saying he did kill somebody. I'm just saying, I don't know nothing about him. I'm just saying the way he was acting, he could have killed somebody by the way he was acting. He just acted totally freaking psycho. And I'm sitting there thinking, why are you in the park? Why aren't you in some kind of, men's psycho ward thing? They need to give you some type of medicine to help your noggin. I just knew I was in big trouble with God because I am a firm believer of God. I believe in Jesus. I really, really do. The Bible tells you not to allow yourself to hang out with certain type of people. It says you have free will to be with whoever you want to be with. But it also tells you in the Bible, be careful who you meet, who you hang out with. And that thought crossed my mind as I was getting to know this man last night. And once that thought set in my brain, I got scared. I just knew I was either gonna burn some. I mean, I know better than this now. I'm just saying, this dude really freaked me out. Oh, I just knew I was gonna get it. But I knew something was gonna happen. Because I kept asking my mom. I said, is something bad gonna happen to us because we met a psycho in the park? I had that anxiety. I told my mom, I said, my whole life, I never thought that I would meet a psycho person ever. I mean, I have met some strange people in my life, but not that strange. Not as strange as this dude was last night. So, I was pretty freaked out because I remembered that the Bible said, be careful who you hang out with. Because I remembered that. That made me feel like something bad was going to happen to me because we accidentally, it wasn't our intention to meet this dude. We were just walking the park. And this dude happened to come up. But I was freaking out. I asked my mom, I said, is something bad going to happen to us? I was afraid that man was going to curse us. After him saying, I know when everyone's going to die, but I won't tell you, made me think, okay, is this man some kind of witch? Is he going to cast some kind of devil spell on me or something? He just really freaks me out. And I got on Facebook. I got on Facebook last night because I was so freaked out. And I wrote in my status, in all caps. I did too. This is the truth. I wrote in all caps in my status last night. I said, I need every single person on I forgot how I worded it, but I basically said, I need every single person. By that I meant every single Christian to reach out to your computer. I said, I need everyone to reach out to your computer and reach out to this status and pray over this, pray over me. I said, we need to pray for the bad spirits to go back to hell where they belong. I said, we need to bind the bad spirits in the name of Jesus. That's what I said, and I meant it too. Because I totally freaked out. I had one of my best friends help me feel better. Last night, I talked to them. I won't mention them because I don't know if they would be comfortable with that or not. So I don't want to embarrass them. But I had one of my really good best friends, help me feel better about that situation. So I don't feel bad about that particular thing anymore. And this person knows who I'm talking about. And I just want to say again, thank you so much for talking to me last night and this morning. And once again, I apologize for having a bad panic attack. I feel really stupid for doing that, and I apologize to my best friend for doing that to you. I didn't mean to. I just needed somebody to help me feel better about that situation. And I do. You really did help me. I don't feel bad about it or scared about it anymore. And see, now that I'm talking about it, I find it really funny. So thank you to my really good friend for helping me feel better about it. I really do appreciate that a whole lot. All right. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is I will either do it tonight or tomorrow, sometime today or tomorrow. I will get on Walmart's website and order a few packs of t-shirts, and I will make a design on a t-shirt for myself just to show you all what I'm doing with t-shirts, so that way if anybody wants one, let me know. If you want a t-shirt from me, I need everyone's t-shirt size. But what I was going to do is, once I got a few packs of t-shirts, I was going to make one for myself first, and then once I made it, I was going to show it to you just to kind of give you guys an idea on what's going to be on the t-shirts and all that stuff. And you can tell me what kind of designs or sayings that you want on the t-shirt and things like that. Okay, I am done babbling now. I just wanted to tell you all that funny story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a big kick out of it. Because now that I think about it, I got a big kick out of it. I still gotta get a big kick out of it. Okay, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Peace and God bless.